Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Welcome to my channel if you've never been here before. So I recently went out with a group of new photography friends in Hull, good old sunny Hull, as you can see here. Two of them have their own YouTube channels, which I'll link in the description. Do check them out. They're pretty cool. And yeah, as you can see, conditions weren't exactly ideal for street photography on this day. We had this horrible, dull, flat light all day, and there were very few people in town as well, so subjects were a bit thin on the ground. Anyway, this got me thinking about how we often place unrealistic expectations on ourselves when it comes to street photography, especially on YouTube and Instagram. We could often feel the need to get that killer shot, that Instagram banger, every time we go out with our camera. Clearly on a day like today in this location, that just wasn't going to happen. So what does that mean? What does that mean for us as street photographers? Should we just stay in on days like this and not even bother? I say absolutely not. I mean, despite not getting a single noteworthy shot on the entire day, in my opinion, it still turned out to be one of my favourite days of photography for a long time. You see, going out with a group of like-minded friends helped me to appreciate and enjoy the process, regardless of the result, which at the end of the day is what keeps us going out there and what will stop us getting demotivated. We must enjoy the process. What I would say is that when faced with boring light and a lack of potential subjects, this forces us to think outside the box and maybe experiment with different techniques or subgenres that we wouldn't necessarily normally try. It lets us flex our creative thought process. In fact, here we can see Jack doing just that, flexing his creativity on this phone box. Anyway, on with the video. Yeah, so here we have this little shopping arcade with an archway, which made for some sub-framing as I see this girl walking past here. Got a bit of eye contact on the second shot. Voila. So, yeah, nothing special, but it was a shot. And here when I saw this cafe, I wanted to have a go at some layering. Not particularly successful as I was using the wrong lens, a 56mm lens, which meant I couldn't really get close to the glass and get everyone in focus on this particular occasion. Fun fact, that lens actually got smashed a few minutes later as my wrist strap fell apart and dropped my X-T3 and the 56 1.2 on the hard concrete pavement. And yeah, so anyway, that was a little setback. Luckily I brought another lens with me. I brought the 35 f2, which is what I use for the rest of the day. Okay, here we are in the old town, and decided to go a bit abstract here because there just wasn't anyone around. There was no harsh light and shadow to use, so yeah, I was going for kind of landscape shots, cityscape shots in geometry. That's what I was thinking of here, and getting progressively more and more abstract out of necessity, like this shot here. Nice bit of red and yellow over here. So we were heading into this kind of industrial area. I saw these red bins and the yellow signs, and immediately set my alarm bells ringing for a bit of colour work. And yeah, nice simple scene, but I did like the colours. I also like the colour of the grey of this old pub and the red signs. Very simple. Shame there was no subjects walking past, but yeah, simple but effective. Again, absolutely nothing to write home about. Here's Dave Flower. Check his channel out. He's got a lovely little street photography channel and photography in general, and he also does gear reviews. Another little scene, like the steam caught my eye against the blue. Again, minimalist, not particularly interesting, but yeah, it was a shot. This graffiti was everywhere, which looked pretty cool, I must admit. The kind of urban nature of this landscape is very grungy. So another shot here coming up with the pit bull on the wall. And then I saw this truck going past across the road, and I saw, yeah, this graffiti caught my eye. Again, it's just taking pictures of other people's artwork, but what can you do when you have no other subjects? Similarly here with the truck lurking there in the tunnel, I thought it looked a little bit sinister. More graffiti. Bit of eye contact. It's a bit sad when you're only subject to actual graffiti. They are cool though. Yeah.
Going down that way, and I don't know if I'm on the road, but go down that way and follow it round.
Bloody cars. So as you can hear in the video itself, I love this wall art. Again, as I said before, there's no real virtue in this from a photography standpoint, but I just found it aesthetically pleasing to photograph. This guy immediately set my alarm bells ringing, looking like he was in jail there, on his coffee break or something. But I like the outside and the geometry of the bars, and the kind of surreal nature, looking as if he was in prison himself. Bit closer, and another shot. Again, of course, red and yellow in the shot. I was drawn to the colours, the red, the green and the blue of this old pub, and the geometry of the window frames.
Curtains up there in that broken window.
Here, so this building, this whole street, it looks like something out of a kind of dystopian movie, like The Day After Tomorrow or something. It looked like the perfect setting for a zombie apocalypse movie. And we managed to get a single subject striding by, so everyone obviously fired away. Do love the textures of that brick wall. And then the last shot I got of her, I like the way the car seemed to be lurking on the corner, waiting for her. Just wait a second, you'll see that. Here she comes, here she comes. Now keep an eye on the car and the parked in the corner. See what it makes you think. I thought it was quite a thriller-esque still from a movie maybe. Again, grungy architecture against that dystopian sky. Very post-apocalypse vibe here. At least in my mind.
It's quite evocative for that sky. The extracting building's always a fantastic.
Here we have an abandoned sofa. Kind of, I don't know, quite evocative of the dereliction of the area, the litter. And then we made our way to the marina. Well, we've got an old jetty here, basically scrambling around for things to photograph at this point. In the background, the big building there is called The Deep. It's an aquarium, sea life centre. Interesting angles. So going strictly for geometry at this point in the day. And you saw these three women coming. I like the leading lines of the path they were walking along.
Determined to get that pigeon shot.
Shame there's not three pigeons as these women walk past.
I know.
Where's the third pigeon when you need them? There's Mike Brown, by the way, so check out his Instagram. He's got some lovely images that he takes mainly in the the whole area, sometimes York, but some really nice street photography. I'll make something out of them. Crop the shit out of them, get those. I wish there was 3 pigeons though. See?
Yeah.
That would have been the Pulitzer Prize winner one. 3 pigeons with dyed hands. Here I was drawn to the red door and the geometry of the windows, the curves and the squares all going together. So it made a nice little minimalist shot. Saw this guy in red sat on the bench on his own. I thought blended nicely with the background there. And then that was it. That was the GoPro footage ended, and here we have a little selection of some extra photos that I took for the rest of the day. Enjoy.